It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From AT&T Center in San Antonio, tonight, the San Antonio Spurs getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Won by the Thunder. Paul to Adams. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
DeRozan with it. They trail by 2. Here comes the screen. Patty Mills to DeRozan. Trey Lyles swats it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Rudy Gay. DeMar DeRozan missed his first. That one goes.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Mills in possession. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. DeRozan picked up by Paul. Five to shoot for San Antonio. DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Think about how smart of a play that is, to have the awareness to get behind the three-point line off the step back.
They'll take 3 over 2 any day of the week. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
It's DeRozan controlling the offense. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Aldridge to DeRozan. There's the toss. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Paul, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there, won't go.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Deep right corner. 4-3. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Has a look. DeMar DeRozan. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Paul. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Here comes the screen. Paul to Adams. A drive, but he can't get it to go. DeRozan with the basketball. Leads 5. Steven Adams snatching it out of the air. LaMarcus Aldridge. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Paul to Adams. OKC now with 4 to shoot. For 3, it's corralled by San Antonio. Mills in possession. His team up by 7. Runner's good there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Time to shuffle things up. Paul. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. From long range, well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some...
Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Pascal Siakam. Knocked loose. Pascal Siakam. LaMarcus Aldridge. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
To Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. OKC ball. Paul here against LaMarcus Aldridge. To Adams. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
To DeRozan. Wide open look, won't go.
The defense has to find a way to become mentally present in this ball game. Another open look, the offense is picking them apart.
Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
And a nice finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Paul with it up top. Down 11. Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul. Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Ed, body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
Chris Paul with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 86% from the line. It's good. Has the hot hand and a 4-point play. To DeRozan. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Here comes the screen. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Trey Lyles at the line for 2 shots. A career 70% free throw shooter. Able to convert on both free throws. DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. Doesn't have the time. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Paul into the front court. His team down 9. Here comes the screen. Paul. Now pass stolen by the Spurs. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
To DeRozan. Another chance. The follow won't go either. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Fires the 3. The rebound taken by San Antonio. No, I missed a short one there. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
DeRozan to Aldridge. It was right there. Now Paul with the basketball. Right now, down 7. Nothing going here on that drive. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's DeRozan, the rebound. To Aldridge. Defense making the ball carrier work. From the painted area, won't go down. Paul into the front court. They trail by 7. Here comes the screen. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And Jay, they called the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. To DeRozan. Short jumper off the mark.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Here comes the screen. DeRozan picked up by Adams. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Big man, Steven Adams. 3 for 3 in this first half.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Paul across the timeline. They find themselves down 10. Layup goes down. Well done.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
DeMar DeRozan. He's got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Paul with it up top. 9-point margin. And he'll go to the foul line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. Goes to the right side. DeRozan. Off the mark. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
DeRozan. Here comes the screen. To DeRozan. The Spurs with 4 in the shot clock. DeRozan with a shot off the mark. To Paul. Couple of cracks at the line now.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. DeRozan with the basketball. Surveys the floor. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Adams. Oh, bad pass. Taken away by the Spurs.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And slams it down. Big finish for Aldridge.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Paul. To Adams. Won't go down. Big man, Steven Adams. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
DeRozan to Patty Mills. To DeRozan. Down low, Aldridge. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Sizing up the defense. Over to the right side. Here comes the screen. To Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now 4 for 6.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Rudy Gay to DeRozan. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
DeMar DeRozan trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 75% so far tonight. Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Oklahoma City ball.
Hey, lock up.
Paul. Mills in possession. He'll run the offense. To DeRozan. Able to convert inside.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Paul against Patty Mills. Fires the 3. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the 3. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Come on, you knew that setup was coming the whole game. Ah, but you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Paul. Here comes the screen. To Paul. Short jumper stays out. To DeRozan. Turns and slams it down.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
LaMarcus Aldridge rejects it. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. DeRozan to Patty Mills.
In the second quarter.
DeRozan to Rudy Gay. With the interception.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. DeRozan with it. Up 5. To Aldridge. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Has a chance. Knocks it down off the step back. Deep 3 at the buzzer. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Spurs are in a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scores for the San Antonio Spurs. The Thunder aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. These are the guys getting buckets for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Assists.
We're seeing unselfish basketball in this matchup, with each team turning good shots into great shots. These squads really know how to let it flow.
Player of the half.
DeMar DeRozan earns the recognition because of the sheer number of dunks he threw down. One after another, he kept rattling the rim with this awesome slam. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Mills in possession. Leads 3. Good look that time, but off the mark.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line. Keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
To Adams. Paul against the Australian. Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him. DeRozan with the basketball. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. And the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Paul. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Mills in possession. Up by 3. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Adams. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Block shot.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Paul. Beyond the arc for 3. Misfires. It's no good. Mills in possession. Leads 5. To DeRozan. Has a look. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Nice pass to get things going.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Defense making the ball handler work. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Pascal Siakam to Rudy Gay. Short jumper won't go down. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Adams. DeRozan with it. Leads just a point. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
To Paul. 4-3. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Has a chance and scores.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Now Paul with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Rudy Gay matched up with Paul. Shot from in close, no good. The Thunder have the possession. To Adams. Probing the defense. Oh, nice step through to get to the basket.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the map. Trey Lyles sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Paul.
I got your help here.
To Adams. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Thunder with the basketball.
Screen on your right. On your right.
Paul. For 3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Rudy Gay to DeRozan. Driving right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Paul into the front court. His guys down 3. To Adams. Can't slam it down.
Sometimes in this game, the shots don't fall. You have to get yourself to the next play, though. That's the most important thing.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
DeMar DeRozan, couple of free throws on the way, shooting 80% in this contest. Off the mark on the first free throw.
The game for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 50, Terrence Ross.
Oh, he missed on a pair. Paul across the timeline. Down 3. To Adams. And he'll head to the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Steven Adams at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. Oops, he missed the first one. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
And number 11.
DeRozan with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Knocked loose. Spurs in possession. DeRozan to Aldridge. Easy path to the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Right.
Paul here against LaMarcus Aldridge. Gets a shot up off the mark. To DeRozan. Count the bucket for 2.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Paul with it up top. The deficit is 6. To Adams. Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Paul. San Antonio with the basketball. And finishes strong.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Paul goes to the left side. To Paul. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Trevor Ariza at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 72%. The free throw good.
Substitutions. Oklahoma City. Entering the game for the City.
DeRozan.
Number 8, Patty Mills.
Almost, but no good. Thunder with the basketball. Paul. Had a chance, but it's no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. To Adams. And counted at the rim.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
DeRozan with it. They're down 3. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Mills in possession. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs. Patty Mills to DeRozan. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And easy to get back on defense.
Oklahoma City's got it. Paul against Patty Mills. From long range, he engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Paul. Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Off the assist.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Pascal Siakam.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Not that time. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
It's DeRozan. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you could do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
Good. Off a spin.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Here comes the screen. DeRozan picked up by Adams. Steven Adams sends it away. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Turnovers like that at this point of the game are daggers. You can't afford to have empty possessions in the final 2 minutes.
It's DeRozan controlling the offense. To Patty Mills.
Come on, please. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Pascal Siakam. DeRozan to Aldridge. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Paul. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game.
You can get your game program from a team representative at any one of our main entrances around the arena.
DeRozan. That misses with 3 seconds left. Whistle blown. In the eyes of the ref, intentional.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Good victory here for the Thunder as they win this one by 4. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Spurs finished on the losing end of a close score. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the San Antonio Spurs. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.